This is a review of the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic from a nobody old Android Wear user. So here it is. I'm liking the quality and the stainless steel. This is the classic version. I think all of them have the twist bezel. The other one has a digital one, so it's not manual like this. As you can see, it's got the One UI, which actually isn't too bad. It's quite easy to move on from the older Wear OS versions. I'm going to go into my gripes though now. From Wear OS, you had gestures, so you could flick up and it would come to your notifications. So you notice now, get to my notifications, I have to tap it or do some kind of gesture just to get to that notification. Whereas before, you could lift awake, flick it. There's no setting for that in this whatsoever. The other thing is, even though this is, well, a collaboration with Google, there's pretty much no Google in it. You can download some Google apps. Google Pay won't be on the button as default. There's absolutely no assistant in it, Google Assistant. Hopefully this will come in updates because it's not going to be released to the 27th, so fingers crossed. But at the moment you can kind of hack Google Pay onto it. What I've done is I've downloaded Google Pay and changed this button here to double tap and my card will come up, so fingers crossed that'll work. But at the moment, the default settings are hold down this, maybe Samsung Pay. The other is there's no OK Google at the moment, which is a bit annoying because as an Android Wear user, I use OK Google pretty much all the time. As you can see, my device just set off now.
It's 11:51 a.m.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to serve.
There we go. So yeah, but hopefully with updates. Also, the other thing is, if you're using Android Wear, you're probably using Google Fit. There's no syncing across from Google Fit. You can download the app, but you get basic settings. So if you go into your apps, you'll probably get the app in there, but it's all Samsung basically at the moment. It's Samsung Health all the way, and then if you use Samsung Health to get all the features, because all the features won't work on if you actually do download the Google apps, it doesn't sync across. There's no way to sync it without some third-party apps, and even those don't do the full sync at the moment, which is a bit annoying since it's meant to be a Google collaboration. You can't really do much about it. That's another thing that does annoy me pretty. You have to double up on quite a lot of apps on this watch. There's quite a bit of storage, but at the moment I have to have Google Fit running and Samsung Fit running, or Samsung Health running. And you have Google Pay, and then you've also got Samsung Pay on there. But hopefully with updates you'll be able to choose. But at the moment it's pretty much all Samsung, so be prepared for that if you're going to get a watch. Good things are, well, it's pretty much an awesome watch. There's so many settings in the watch. Fitness is awesome. I've not experienced a watch with all this. Let's go through some of them. You can measure your body fat. At the moment, as you can see, it's telling me I'm on the edge of being fat and not fat, which is nice to know. This does your skeletal muscle, everything. It's pretty good in there. Sleep. I actually slept right now. I've got a 1-year-old, so that's a pretty good sleep for me. Blood pressure. This is another thing that's a bit of a gripe, but it doesn't say anywhere that to get the blood pressure working, you need a separate blood pressure monitor. So to do this, to get it working, I can't get mine working yet, you have to have a blood pressure monitor and take your blood pressure before and calibrate the watch before you can actually use the blood pressure on the watch. So that's something to bear in mind, that you will have to calibrate it before you can use the blood pressure. Let's get back. I'm still learning the settings on this, but I'm getting there. The ECG is actually really good. I've tested it on a few apps and it's actually pretty close. So this will scan your heart and how it's beating and stuff. It's actually really good. So my heart rate's quite high now actually at the moment. I did just have a monster, so I'm high on caffeine because stress. No, stress is quite low. That's quite cool. But you can sell these to. Also, it does blood oxygen, which is quite cool. Let's check my blood oxygen now. Let's have a look. It does say when you're doing some of these scans to move your watch slightly further up your wrist to get a better scan. But you can do it down here, but if you move it slightly further up, it gets a better scan. So that's better. Also, it scans this while you're sleeping. You can set it to scan while you're sleeping. The battery life so far is actually pretty good compared to the older Wear OS apps, watches. So far, I've just been charging it. I'm getting 2 days usage, and I've got pretty much everything running at the same time. I've got 2 apps of everything running, so I'm getting 2 days, and then I charge it at about 40%. So I probably could get longer, but just to be on the safe side, I'm putting it on charge while I'm reading or going to the shower. At the moment, it does charge quite slowly. I was actually surprised at how slow it charges. To get from 40% to 100%, it took over an hour, which was a bit of a shock. It's meant to be a 5-watt wireless charger, but I can tap it up because I've got a Samsung phone. You can top it up from the reverse wireless charging, so that's quite good. But other than that, yeah, this is a review. I'm probably going to change this watch strap. I mean, this is the one that comes with it. It's okay. It's kind of rubbery. I think I might just change it to a metal one. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah. Also, I'm worried about scratching the screen. I might get a screen protector on this. But okay, that's just my short review.